working fast, heart is booming. Got a smile on my face that's blooming. No sky and I'm fine with that. I get lost in the middle and I'm blind to that. Because the day is a day that I've waited.
Now, back here again, looking at the E-Glide and the Evolve board. If you take a look at the Evolve board, these are the brand new square trucks that they have just come out with. The United States doesn't have these yet. I talked with the US distributor and they will be getting them at the end of August, but they don't have them assembled yet. So I ordered mine directly from Australia and it arrived today. But it does have something similar, these two torsion rings, which provides that sort of skate, snowboard, surfy feel. And it's pretty critical to have these two things. I've taken a look at a lot of different type of longboard setups for electric skates, and they don't have this dual system. It makes a difference. If you only have one, and that one fails, you're screwed. So, looking at the E-Glide, the E-Glide has a huge ass torsion ring. It's right there. Now, huge ass versus two does make a difference. It does need that huge one in order to compensate for the weight. It's pretty good. I've ridden it, like I said, for 5 years. And it reminds me of the difference between old school burden boards when they were heavy to chop through crud and everything versus this, which can actually make really sharp, quick snap turns. If I were to pick one over the other, they both have pros and cons. I learned that today. So, what do I like better? I like them both. This one, even at its lightest, it has 2 lithium batteries. In fact, this was actually custom designed by the guys at E-Glide to have 2 batteries. One of them never really worked. I've had it shipped back and back and forth and back and forth, and one never really worked. And so, that's just the way it is. In total, this costs about the same as this. So we're talking about $1,500. The same thing as this shipped. So this is an expensive setup. I don't really know of anyone else that has these, but it provides incredible control. I can set up on this ride really to about, because of my weight and size, about 25 miles per hour, and have incredible control. I have a lot of torque because of this. So much so that if I'm not careful, I can actually torque the board hard and fall pretty hard too on sand. Sand is my nemesis. However, the thing I don't like is the cord. The cord has become kind of a hassle. I'm used to it because of having ridden so long. Now these wheels, they're the upgraded Goodyear wheels. I've swapped them out, switched them up, that sort of thing, like you do on like a car. However, they can roll over sticks and rocks and whatever. They don't absorb any shock. These, however, these are regular longboarding wheels. These are ATEC 11s. And I was reminded today how much urethane actually has bounce. And it's really, really cool because they just absorb shock like you wouldn't believe. You can't roll over rocks and twigs though. So, there's a difference there. Not having any sort of, snowboarding type setup, and I rode with that for over a year with nothing. Placed that on it just to see what it would do. Liked it. Put the second one on to find the sweet spot on it. Changed it up a little bit, and then just left it that way. This, I think I'm going to leave it the way it is without anything. I've seen one person online in Europe, and he actually had clips. Don't think I'm going to do that. Might actually put like a stopper perhaps in front or back. I don't know if I'm going to do that. It is a little twitchy, but that's because it's a real longboard. I might clamp down on some of the torsion rings a little bit, but that's only because I've been riding a tank for years, and this is not that. So, now about this. What I've noticed, the difference between that and E-Glide and this, you can swap hands. Now that's great, because this will actually coast. When I clamp down on this to make it go fast, I can swap hands, release this, and it'll coast. And I can swap hands with it, and and it'll coast, and then I can continue pressure and accelerate. That's great. The other thing about it though is that, you know, I mean, I haven't found any range difficulties, things like that. It's Bluetooth. Being a technology kind of guy, that's great for me. The other thing that I have learned, however, very different from the E-Glide. You begin to brake on the E-Glide, you'll feel it immediately. And if I need to stop, it stops. With this, and I have read and watched reviews, this is not a precise brake. It almost feels as if it is not braking, or it's simply the absence of speed. So when I begin to brake, it's like, maybe we will stop, maybe we won't stop. So your foot is your best friend, just like regular longboarding. So be prepared for that. Now, to finish on, you know, this is an arbor board. That's 5 years worth. I'm really, you know, not heavy use, but I used it about once a week. And I did have to, you know, put on some more traction. I decided not to refinish that. It's a hassle. This is one day, not even like 2 hours. And that was just a little dirt. This is not gonna last. I'm gonna have to probably refinish this or do something. That's what you get with light wood. That's what you get with dark wood. So, you know, think about that too. If you don't care, who cares? There was one of the things, you know, as a person who thinks about longboards, the wheels, you know, I thought about switching those out, you know, maybe now, maybe eventually. I was also thinking about switching out some of the other components, because being able to roll is important. And that's okay, you know, roll. But, you know, if this were a real longboard, that's not okay. They were supposed to come with some speed lube put on already, but I think I'm going to put on my own or swap out some components so that those roll a little bit more easily. I was thinking about bringing in some ceramics in there, just to see what might happen. But, you know, to each their own. Gotta love how small this is. Now, if you're like me, and you're considering getting one of these, you've got to be looking around, and you're probably thinking, Evolve board or the board that is coming out soon. And if you're thinking, oh, this or that, now this is already out, and a lot of people are loving it. The hype is growing. I talked with Jeff Nanning probably when he was just beginning to promote these and to get these out. And I watched it very carefully, and I knew that this was the right thing because it was using proven technology with skate components and a battery pack, which is essentially something smaller, faster, lighter than what that is. So all proven technology. However, with the other company that is out there, they're having to continually tweak their technology. And they're going back, they're programming it, which is great and all. However, it's not yet out. Which would I buy? I bought that. Partly because of the kind of skater that I am. I'm not looking for something that has flex. I'm not looking for something that has super lightweight. This I can actually carry under my arm. It's about 18 pounds. I got the snub nose and I went back and forth and back and forth. But the snub nose is lighter. It's 18 versus about 19, 20 pounds. Light enough for me to carry. Was able to go around, go to a restaurant, carry it around, hold something and skate away. That was important for me. Now, the other skateboard that is out there that will be available for sale hopefully soon is supposed to be 12 pounds and provide a battery pack that allows you to flex the board. Would I buy that? I'm not convinced yet because it doesn't have a battery pack that lasts long enough, and that is an issue. I rode this sucker today and actually didn't run out of the battery. With that, with 2 batteries, I can run it down. I've continued to run it down. It's so heavy that I have to, and add about 30 to 40 pounds. That is heavy. So, something to think about. Would I buy this again? Most definitely. So, you be the judge. Will I still ride that? yes, because it provides the ultimate carve. Would I buy this again? Like I said, yes, because it provides a different kind of carve and a different type of experience. So, like surfboards, like snowboards, you have to have a quiver.